Boom shakalaka. You know, had you have bought $47,000 of LivePeer back when there was this double bottom, the fifth most predictive pattern in a bull market, and then sold a few months later, you would have been a millionaire. Well, does a better opportunity exist today with this cup and handle, the third most predictive pattern? Could a mere $818 of LivePeer make you a millionaire realistically? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we are taking a look at could $818 of LivePeer LPT make you a millionaire realistically? Before we get into it guys, like the video, come join us on Twitter at Crypto Love, and of course subscribe to the channel. Now we're going to take a look at all the numbers behind, is it possible for $818 to make you a millionaire? But as I was saying, had you have bought LivePeer back in March of 2021, right back here, you can see bottom one, bottom two. This is actually a double eve, double bottom. The fifth most predictive pattern, very predictive in a bull market for a bullish price, and then sold a few months later. This was March. This was November. Well, guess what? You would have turned that $47,000 into $1 million. Because the price went up from $482 to $100.24 over the course of that 8 months. Now, today, there's an even better pattern showing on the chart. We have a cup and handle, the third most predictive pattern, according to Thomas Bulkowski. You can check out his site, the pattern site something, and just look at Bulkowski or pattern site. You'll find it there. Double bottoms and cup and handles. And guess what? Price is $25 today. And as of right now, it has not yet broken that, but there is a nice trend line that's likely going to force it through. Now, those things being said, could we be headed for much higher numbers for LivePeer? Potentially. We're going to get into all that if you hang around. But why LivePeer? Why now? Well, if we take a look at things right now, the global liquidity is starting to go up. Back in 2022, 2021, you might remember it. There was some very serious money printing, very serious inflation. The government said no more printing money. Well, as we can see, since then, there was no money printing. But all of a sudden, we have broken that. Now, as the global liquidity expands, a lot of money is going to be coming into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now, while Bitcoin right now is roughly at previous all-time highs, altcoins are nowhere near there. There's a lot of catching up to do for altcoins before they even hit previous all-time highs, not to mention what would be happening in the next cycle. And we have huge trends like this, like the Gaussian channel turning green here on the 2-week candles. This is the first time it's happened in 4 years. Not only that, but you can clearly see this accumulation cup. We've broken out of there and retested the top of that. All of those signals indicating we're likely on the verge of something big for altcoins. Right now, the 61.8 fib level is where we're sitting, and historically breaking out from the 61.8 fib level, that is all up territory for altcoins. So we are likely on the verge of something big. Time to start packing your bags. Now, I am of the opinion that we could be having an expanding cycles theory type alt season, which means this is larger than anything we have seen for a very long time. Here's why. If we take a look, we had small accumulation, small reaccumulation, big alt season here in 2018. Well, the last alt season was actually a fake alt season, and this was just a much longer accumulation and reaccumulation cycle, which would set us up for a much larger alt season to come. So that being said, today we're taking a look at LivePeer, the world's open video infrastructure. Can I actually read? I don't think so. But anyways, LivePeer is a video infrastructure network for live and on-demand streaming designed to give developers the freedom to innovate, creators autonomy from platforms, and viewers a choice of their experience. What role will you play in the LivePeer network? Developers, orchestrators, delegators, you can do it all. If you're curious, you can check it out there. Through storytelling, illustration, data, the LivePeer primer explains at a high level the problem LivePeer solves and how it works, and you can see a number of video apps right here and LivePeer community, all of that fun stuff. But they basically have some orchestrators who increase profits by processing videos on GPUs while mining, and they'll tell you about how orchestrating works, where you run a node that advertises the price, yada, 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 all that fun stuff. Or you could be a delegator. Every day, thousands of delegators participate in LivePeer, the world's first open video infrastructure network. Get tokens and then put them to work. You can get the LivePeer token. You can stake the LivePeer token. So all of that and delegator stats, yada, yada, yada. Which brings us to the price chart. So if we take a look at LivePeer today, price is $24.77, roughly around $25. And first thing I took a look at when I saw this chart is, whoa, giant cup, end handle, and we are right at the neckline right now, which for me, this is, as I was saying, the third most predictive pattern in a bull market, which means that there's a good chance, good likelihood that the price is going up. Not guaranteed. Price could go down. I mean, it could go to zero for all we know. It's a cryptocurrency. But as of right now, this pattern looks good. And then I took a look back here. Look at this. Double bottom. This is double eve double bottom. And the last time it broke through there, look at what the price did. It went from $4 and change all the way up to over $100. So that being said, right now, price just shy of $25, market cap $812 million. And just to give you an idea of where price could go with this double bottom, and in case you guys don't see the cup and handle, this is the cup right here, and then this is the wee little handle you hold the cup by, you know, pinkies up, all that fun stuff. So we're right at the neckline right now, and should we break through there, there's a good chance that the price would go 2/3 the length of the cup, or the depth of the cup. So this right here, I need to get this thing, this right here is the depth of the cup, and 2/3 of that is roughly where the bullseye is, which is roughly around $43, $44 for where price could be going. Again, right now price is just shy of $25. Not a guarantee, but this is just based on statistics and modeling and stuff like that. That's where the price would likely go. So let's take a look at some scenarios for where LivePeer could be. Could $818 make you a millionaire realistically? Well, let's say today you watch the video. Not only are you enamored by my amazing stage presence and you're like, that's just a good looking guy. I don't know why I have feelings for guys like that. Just don't go down that path, okay? But anyways, let's say you watch the video and you say, this guy makes sense. You know, I like TA, and we're talking about technical analysis, and you say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and invest in LivePeer today. And again, do your own due diligence, not financial advice, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. And if today you decided to put $1,000 into LivePeer, well, at $25, you will get 40 LPT LivePeer tokens. Now, let's just say that LivePeer goes up to this target right here, which would be the reasonable target based on this cup and handle. Well, if that were to happen, you'd have roughly a $43 LPT. If that happened, the market cap would then be $1.4 billion, which coincidentally is roughly the same as it was back here when the price was $100, because there's more tokens in circulation, clearly. But that being said, you would almost 2x your investment, which is a pretty good investment. It would take you, what is that, like 72 years or something 36 years in order to do that in a traditional bank account? I don't know. It would take you a long time to do that in a traditional bank account, making you $1,720 from your initial $1,000 investment. But that's just kind of saying, hey, I think that's likely going to happen. I think we can almost write that one off as not even needing to be in the video, but hey, why not? Now let's go on to the next scenario. So LivePeer, it's looking to disrupt the market, disrupt video infrastructure. What video infrastructure do we all use? You know, you might actually be using it right now watching this video. It's called YouTube. Well, as of right now, I just searched on Google, which owns YouTube, but apparently YouTube has a valuation of $400 billion. Now let's say, maybe not a competitor of YouTube. YouTube's been around for a lot longer, but let's say it does a 1/10 of what YouTube does, because people like decentralized stuff. They like disruption. And, you know, there's going to be a whole bunch of FOMO and frenzy coming up soon. So if that were to happen, $400 billion market cap. Again, right now, $818 million. If that were to happen, you would 49x your investment, making you $48,899 from that initial $1,000 with a $1,222 LPT. Pretty cool, right? Certainly possible, especially in the grand scheme of things when you start thinking about, well, the cycle's coming, expanding cycles theory, there's a lot more money flowing in, all of this stuff. certainly possible. Which brings us to our next scenario. And this one highly depends on my idea of expanding cycles theory. You see, last cycle, Ethereum had a market cap of $559 billion. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of altcoins this cycle, or at least a handful of altcoins this cycle, with a similar market cap of $559 billion. Well, let's say that LivePeer takes off and is one of those. And should that occur, well, you would 683x that $1,000 you had, making you $683,374 with a $17,000 LPT. Pretty cool, right? I know, we're getting there. Now, on to the last scenario. As of yet, Bitcoin has a $1 trillion plus market cap, but there are as of yet no altcoins that have a $1 trillion market cap. That won't be around forever. Eventually, we will have $1 trillion market cap altcoins. As a matter of fact, it could even happen this cycle. Now, if it happens this cycle, and if that coin is LivePeer, I know there's a lot of ifs, well then, in that scenario, you would 1,222x that $1,000 you had, making you $1.2 million from $1,000 of LivePeer with a $30,562 LPT. And in that scenario, I know that's a lot of ifs, you would be a millionaire from a mere investment of $818.33. So, if you enjoyed that episode, like, subscribe, join the channel. Also, YouTube thinks you should check out that video right there, and I tend to agree. So I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.